Yeah. Hello.
Microphone, we got microphones, we got computers rolling. All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Monday, January 8th meeting, City Council. Please rise as Mr. Paulus leads us in prayer and pledge.
The start of the new year offers time and of reflection on the past year and inspiration for the year ahead. Almighty God, as our city council gathers, we seek your divine guidance and wisdom. May the opening prayer set the tone for productive and harmonious discussions. Let your presence inspire our leaders to make decisions that benefit our community and promote unity. Lord, please watch over our firefighters, police officers, and military, keeping them safe. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Mr. Paulus. Madam Clerk, we have a roll call, please.
Councilmember Paulus.
Here.
Councilmember Pennington.
Here.
Councilmember Kraft.
Here.
Councilmember Myers.
Here.
Councilmember Davidson.
Here.
Councilmember Brill.
Here.
Councilmember Bessel.
Here.
Thank you. First of all, I failed to mention and welcome Debbie Pennington back to the podium over here. So welcome, Ms. Pennington, to the council again, and looking forward to working with you and your years of experience and knowledge and wisdom, historical and hysterical. So,
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
all righty.
I'm looking forward to it and excited to be back.
Good, good, good. Are there any agenda modifications for this evening? Hearing none, we'll sit them stand. Is there an executive session request?
Yes, there is, Mr. Mayor. To consider the purchase of property for public purposes, the sale of property at competitive bidding, and to consider the appointment, employment, or compensation of a public employee or official. Thank you.
Right? Do we have a?
I'd like to make a motion for executive session for the reasons stated by the city manager.
Second.
All righty, roll call, please.
Councilmember Paulus.
Yes.
Councilmember Pennington.
Yes.
Councilmember Kraft.
Yes.
Councilmember Myers.
Yes.
Councilmember Davidson.
Yes.
Councilmember Brill.
Yes.
Councilmember Bessel.
Yes.
All righty. Any special presentations this evening? I don't think so. All righty. Citizen comments, Mr. Hassler? Any citizen comment from you out there? Not at this time. Oh. That's true. That's a truth. You, yeah,
Usually in
normally
Florida.
for the last 20 years in January, that boy is in Florida. That's right. So I got the jet waiting. So any council reports? I'm going to start when we do this. I'm just going to kind of like go left to right. So with this new format, anybody down this way?
Is that when we have anything? Okay. So I have a finance report for income tax. The income tax revenues were strong in closing fiscal year 2023. During the fourth quarter, 2023 budgeted revenues were $2.8 million per month, as were fourth quarter collections in 2022. 2023 actual revenues were $3.5 million per month during that span, resulting in annual revenues exceeding prior year revenues by 3% and exceeding budgeted revenues by 13%. So, great job.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All
Hey,
right.
you got anything? Mr. Mayor, from boards and commissions, so a couple things I wanted to talk to council about tonight. So we need to there are 14 open positions. We've got right now 9 applicants, so we need to get that out, and I know we're trying to do that. Scott, right? We're gonna put out
Yes.
more social media or whatever. But if I could pin council down to, I know, Gwen, I don't think you can make February 3rd, but does February 3rd look like a good date, and there's a second date, right? There's two dates we need? Okay. Any Saturdays, and how does February 3rd look as a starting point? We need to get this going. Any,
Third might be iffy for me.
okay. Anybody else can't make it? We need at least 4 there, I think, right? Is that what we need?
You'll need 4. You need a quorum.
Okay. So I'll be there. Matt? Leslie, you're good? Dale, maybe?
Maybe.
Debbie? Thank you. Adam?
Yes, sir, I'll be there.
All right,
Good.
we got enough.
Okay, the third.
Good, so February, that help you? Good. And again, please get the word out. We've got, Board of Zoning Appeal, there's an opening there. Civil Service Commission, 1. Cultural Arts Advisory, 1. Environmental Commission, there are, I'm sorry, excuse me, Cultural Arts are 3. Environmental Commission, 4. Parks and Rec, 2, but one of those is at large, one is at Second Ward. And ward boundary is 3 to 5. So there's a lot of open positions. We always have great volunteers in the city. So if anybody knows, Mr. Hassler, we would love to have you apply to any and all of these. So think about it, okay? Since you've got a lot of time in January, you got enough time. Thank you.
Alderman, I got a question. Been asked by a citizen, can they belong to two of those?
I believe that you can serve on more than one board or commission at
Okay.
the same time.
Okay.
They're not
I was
compensated
asking, I
positions.
didn't know the answer.
It's a good question.
We've had that in the past.
I have a question as well. Alicia, do we keep records on the people that have applied in previous years? So there might be some
Great
that you
idea.
might from last year or the year
That we passed
before
over.
that we weren't
Yeah.
able to find a spot for, that you might want to send the
It's a
notice
great
to
idea.
directly.
Yeah.
Alicia, can you pull those and just send them a note and say, just
I
so
like
you
that,
know,
Leslie.
you applied for this
Nice.
last year, it is now open or whatever. That's a great idea. I don't think we've ever done that. That's what I know of.
That's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
All righty. Did you do another, were you only gonna do one Saturday?
Right now, let's hit the February 3rd. And what's the weekend after that? I don't even know. What is it? 6th or 10th. So put it in your calendars. Well, 3rd and 10th, okay? 9
Nine.
o'clock.
9 we
9
usually
o'clock.
started.
9 o'clock, 3rd and 10th. We're done. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it. That's all I have.
Great. All right, down around here, Mr. Kraft? Or anybody on around?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Public Works crews went to South Elementary on December 15th to thank Principal Hustle and Miss Cavender's third grade class for helping us name a snowplow. The kids picked their favorite name, but Public Works liked their top 3 picks, and now we have added not just Plow Plow Chicka Plow Wow,
Wow.
but also Darth Blader and Fast and Furious to our fleet.
I want you guys to know my grandson came up with Fast and Furious.
That's excellent.
Oh,
Thanks.
excellent, I love it.
Genius.
That's great.
Can you thank him for his input so I have to read this on a microphone? That'd be-
Great.
Last year, city residents picked Cleopatra, Scoop Dog, and Big Leplowski. All fantastic names. The kids each colored a picture of a snowplow for us and picked names for a vote. We rewarded each of them with a visit from some of our drivers so they could help see the newly named plows, and each of the kids were given a swag bag for their help. So thank you very much for the kids for your participation. We really appreciate it. That's about it.
Great.
Great job.
Does that go in the newsletter? Like the photos of those?
Yes.
That would be really neat to see that. Okay, great.
I believe we put it out on social media last
that's
week
right.
as
Okay.
well.
All right.
I do, Mr. Mayor. I have, the Public Utilities Department would like to congratulate both Teresa Hess and Joe Hennings for their retirement from the city. Teresa worked as a clerk for over 20 years with the city in both the financial and public utilities department. Teresa's last day is Thursday. Joe worked 13 years with the city, all with the wastewater division. Joe worked mostly in the maintenance unit and served as foreman for several years. Joe's last day was today, and I went, and they had a luncheon for him. It was a big deal. And the city wishes both Teresa and Joe the best of luck in the retirement, and thank you both for your dedication to service of our city. That's all I have, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Nothing to report, sir.
I do have something on behalf of Parks. Our Kids in the Spotlight musical theater class has started and will be performing The Wizard of Oz Young Performers Edition. Rehearsals for that started this past Saturday and performances will start in March. The first family game night bingo is on January 19th and is already sold out. There will be pizza and fun, and we already are planning another game night for March since this one sold out so quickly. Our annual Galentine's Day lunch is filling up fast for February 10th from 11:30 to 1:30. Light lunch and a fun craft, so be sure to grab your friends and sign up. All of our winter classes start this week and next week and are filling up fast. Be sure to check out all the great programs we have to offer. And that is all. Thank you.
All righty. That's really exciting stuff going on. I did, along with City Manager and we presented Joe today with a proclamation and a key to the city. And it was great to get to know him. I think I'd met him out somewhere at one time, and it was just great to get to know him and talk to his family. So that was really good. Anytime we get those out, I would encourage any of you to come and attend. And I spoke on behalf of you guys, and it's really good. Second thing is I have a letter I'd like to read here from a Thomas Meyer from 5694 Winton Road. Dear sir and ma'am, I'm writing this letter to express my sincere thanks to Jeff, and I'm going to say it's Tempe? Tempe, that's a T, okay, because it looks like an I or an E. Tempe, the building, oh, of course it is, I know. The building and zoning inspector for all of his help and feel for his actions and I feel his actions are worthy of praise and recognition. During the past 2 years, he has addressed complaints of chickens being raised by my neighbors, overgrown honeysuckle, trash, piles of the neighbors' construction and business, and now Jeff is trying to find a solution to getting Winton Road cleaned up of litter following the holidays. Jeff gets results, solves quickly by taking pictures and sending out letters to violators. Jeff is a true asset to the city of Fairfield and needs to be commended on his superiors. So there you go. You guys could pass that along to him. That's very much appreciated by everybody up here. All right. There's no public hearing tonight. The minutes of the previous meeting was already presented to you. Having any objections or additions or deletions, we'll let them stand as read. All right. Old business. Looks like we don't have any since we're doing this new format. So just out of question, with the new format, it wouldn't be old business and reports because our reports are going to be earlier. It'd just be old business. Right. Right. That's how you guys were thinking about doing it. Cool. Okay. New business.
I'd like to make a motion to read all new business by title only.
Second.
Motion second for title only. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right. City Manager for Community Relations.
We have one simple motion to formally recognize and approve the city council assignments for 2024. Thank you.
All right.
You want me to go ahead?
Go ahead.
I have a simple motion for formal recognition and approval of council assignments and council appointments dated January 1st, 2024. I'm going to read these before I finalize, but Community and Public Relations, Tim Myers, Development Services, Matt Davidson, Parks, Recreation and Environment, Leslie Bessel, Public Safety, Dale Paulus, Public Utilities, Debbie Pennington, Public Works, Adam Kraft, and Finance and Budget, Gwen will lead that. So with that, I've got a motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
That's all I have.
All right. Thank you, sir. Parks and Recreation, Mr. Timmer.
We have one ordinance tonight for Parks and Recreation. The ordinance is to authorize the city manager to execute an easement to Duke Energy. The easement is for relocating existing overhead electric to underground from the entry gate to the new year-round restroom. This will eliminate any future conflict with the spray ground area and improve overall aesthetics. Thank you.
All righty. Councilman Member Bezel.
Thank you. I have an ordinance to authorize the city manager to dedicate an easement to Duke Energy for the Harbin Park Playground and Splash Pad electric relocation and declaring an emergency. I'd like to make a motion to suspend the second and third readings.
Second.
Motion and second for rule suspension. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
I'd like to make a motion for adoption.
Second.
Motion and second for adoption. Comments from council? Comments from audience? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right, Public Works, Mr. Timmer.
We have one resolution and one ordinance tonight for Public Works. The resolution is to declare the necessity of repairing sidewalks. This is an ongoing program implemented in 1994 to inspect sidewalks and approach aprons citywide. The program was designed to complete inspections of all city sidewalks on a 4-year rotating basis. Marking of sidewalks and aprons has been completed for the 2024 program year. There are approximately 400 property locations identified for repair or replacement. The ordinance is to authorize the city manager to execute an intergovernmental agreement with the Butler County Transportation Improvement District, or TID, related to the Sims Road Rail Crossing Elimination Grant. The TID will engage a consultant with expertise in this area to begin preliminary engineering phase in early 2024. Additionally, the TID will enter into an agreement with the U.S. Department of Transportation, Federal Rail Administration to receive grant funding for this project. It is anticipated that the city will work with the TID to submit a construction grant application once engineering has been developed to a point where a preferred alternative is selected. Thank you.
Very good. That's exciting. All right, Councilmember Kraft.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have a resolution declaring necessity of repairing sidewalks to include aprons. This is a first reading. I also have an ordinance to authorize the city manager to execute an intergovernmental agreement with Butler County Transportation Improvement District for the Sims Road Railroad Crossing Elimination Project, or RCE. I'd like to make a motion to suspend second and third readings, please.
Second. Motion and second for rule suspension. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
And a motion for adoption.
Second.
Motion and second for adoption. Comments from council? Comments from audience? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
That's all I have. Thank you.
All right. Finance, excuse me, Finance and Budget. Mr. Timmer?
We have two ordinances tonight for finance and budget. The two ordinances are for contractual and non-contractual appropriations. The contractual appropriations total $1,145,000 and include $750,000 for the Sims Road Railroad Crossing Elimination Project, $65,000 for concrete and asphalt repair following water system repair work, $330,000 to restore prior year contingency funding on various public utilities projects. The non-contractual appropriations total $140,000 and include $100,000 for the 2024 annual drainage program and $20,000 each for electrical improvements in water and wastewater. Thank you.
All righty. Councilmember Brill?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First ordinance is to amend ordinance number 166-23 entitled an ordinance to make estimated appropriations for the expenses and other expenditures of the city of Fairfield, Ohio during a period beginning January 1, 2024 and ending December 31st, 2024. I'd like to make a motion to suspend second and third readings.
Second.
Motion and second for rule suspension. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
And I'd like to make a motion for adoption.
Second.
Motion and second for adoption. Comments from council? Comments from audience? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
The second ordinance is to amend ordinance number 166-23 entitled an ordinance to make estimated appropriations for the expenses and other expenditures of the city of Fairfield, Ohio during a period beginning January 1, 2024 and ending December 31st, 2024. I'd like to make a motion to suspend second and third readings.
Motion and second for rule suspension. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
I'd like to make a motion for adoption.
Second.
Motion and second for adoption. Comments from council? Comments from audience? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
That's all I have. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. One thing I did forget to mention when I was talking earlier, to the staff, the Mayor's Youth Commission is finally getting going. We had some problems with school and classrooms and times, and it was a rough start, to say the least. But so now instead of a half year, 2 half years, we're gonna just do 1 half year. So they'll be, they're actually finally organized. They'll still be like January, February, March, April, May, so only 4 months, about like that. You'll be getting emails from the students. They've been kind of picked and assigned their districts or their departments. And as usual, it's just kind of give them some good exposure to local government. The school is asking for some accountability on the hours because they get extra credit for that, or I think AP credit for that. So, so when they do show up, or if they don't, I just at the end of the 4 months, I'll probably be coming back and saying, hey, how did they do? If you say who, then we got a problem. So appreciate that. Appreciate the support. It's a smaller group this year, which is really better because it's much more easy to handle and communicate with. So thank you. I know some of them have already talked to Mandy, so appreciate that very, very much. All right, meeting schedule.
Monday, January 22nd, council manager briefing 6 PM, regular meeting 7 PM. Monday, February 12th, council manager briefing 6 PM, regular meeting 7 PM. Monday, February 26th, council manager briefing 6 PM, regular meeting 7 PM.
All right, thank you. We'll now move into executive session.